How do 3 mistakes prevent 85% of people from overcoming their anxiety? Welcome to the Live Without Anxiety, the channel where you will find the best anxiety hacks to overcome anything in your life. Today, we are going to unleash the kraken and tell you the 3 most common mistakes that you can avoid in order to overcome your anxiety. After hearing the last mistake, your life will be changed forever with a fresh perspective. Don't you ever neglect it. In this video, we will talk about these 3 common mistakes so you can avoid them and put your anxiety under control or even overcome it completely. In reality, there are many more mistakes to avoid. However, right now we want to go a little bit deeper on these 3 points because we can see that almost everybody makes them over and over again. These 3 errors are exactly the ones that make us suffer from anxiety for months or even years. And they are also responsible for the unfinished recovery of the people who take their first steps, but then these little devils don't let them finish their process. As we mentioned earlier, these mistakes are the ones that build up the wall between the anxiety and serenity of ours in 85% of the cases, if not more. So without wasting much time, let's get started. Mistake number 3, looking for the magic solution. The very first and huge mistake is the so-called magic solution. The problem with the magic solution is the microwave mentality. People are looking to cure their anxiety, which they've been suffering from for months or for years, and they want to cure it in just a few hours, days, or in a week or so. Probably you felt that your symptoms started from one day to another. One day you were feeling great, and the next day you started to feel the different symptoms of anxiety, such as feeling fear, having racing thoughts, racing heart, numbness, and other similar symptoms. The fact that you started to feel the symptoms from one day to another, it doesn't mean that your anxiety goes and comes from one day to another. You've been accumulating a lot of tension for a long period of time, probably years. So even if it may seem that it appeared from one day to another, it was, let's say, incubating inside you, developing and growing, and then it just suddenly broke the wall and it became visible on the surface. And this is exactly one of the reasons why most people fail in their recovery from anxiety. It is because they are looking for the magic solution, which will disappear their anxiety once and for all. You have to understand that there is not any magic pill that will make your anxiety disappear forever by just taking it once. You've probably heard of so-called professionals who say that they can cure your anxiety in one day, in one session, in 1 month, or in an exact time. They give you an exact date by which you will overcome anxiety. This is something that we would be very careful about. Nobody can actually see the exact time that it will take for you to overcome anxiety. There are too many factors that can influence the recovery itself. Everybody can overcome anxiety, always. But putting an exact date to your recovery process will only make you more anxious and impatient, which in turn will only worsen your anxiety in the end. You would be focusing more on the deadline than on the recovery process itself. And that is not a good approach to overcome anxiety. Nobody can actually give you an exact and general time for anybody's recovery because every person's anxiety is different in a peculiar way. We all have our special circumstances, yet we all can overcome anxiety. You must forget the magic solution. The anxiety can always be cured, but it will disappear little by little and gradually. The negative thoughts and racing heart, the fear, and all the other symptoms will be disappearing one by one, week by week. It is good to reflect on the positive changes every week or two and see the progress that you have made. You will see that the obsessive thoughts are slowly disappearing, as well as the other annoying symptoms of anxiety. Thanks to the positive changes, you can be sure that you are on a great way towards your desired recovery from anxiety. So please, keep in mind that your recovery will be gradual. Otherwise, if you want to keep looking for the magic solution, you can be looking for the rest of your life because there is no such formula. Patience is the only key. Speaking of patience, here comes the second mistake that most of the people make. If you felt some relief after knowing about the first mistake and want some little more courage to begin your self-improvement journey, wait till the end. There are 2 more ironclad pieces of advice waiting for you. Mistake number 2, being impatient. And here we come to the second common mistake that the majority of the people make, and that is being impatient. The more impatient you are, the more pressure you put on yourself to overcome anxiety rapidly, and hence, the worse your anxiety will become. Being impatient and wanting to overcome anxiety fast is actually counterproductive, and it will not help you. We know that living with anxiety is horrible, and we want to overcome it immediately because it feels very uncomfortable and oftentimes it feels limiting in our daily life. To stop feeding the anxiety, we should have patience first. We should learn how to live with anxiety during our recovery process while we are having positive changes little by little. Once you choose your recovery path, just trust that you are in good hands and enjoy the process. If you will focus on the process and not on the counterproductive rushes and deadlines, the anxiety will disappear one day. Mistake number 1: negligence or abandonment. And the last error that I want to talk about in this video is negligence or abandonment. According to the last surveys, 90% of people who suffer from anxiety abandon themselves. They neglect their needs and their daily tasks. They stop caring about themselves, about their appearance, they stop going out with friends, and they stop going to places that they enjoyed before. There results in lower self-confidence and hence increase in anxiety. The anxiety feeds itself from our low self-confidence, and when we abandon ourselves, our image, when we stop doing the things that we like, such as going out with friends, doing sports, going to the nature, and other things that we enjoy. Due to anxiety, we become more frustrated and with lower self-esteem, and our anxiety gets stronger. The moment you stop doing the things you enjoy because of anxiety, you start losing that battle. You are losing without giving yourself a chance to fight. You're basically giving up before even trying. When suffering from anxiety, most of the people think that they will start or continue doing the sports they love once they overcome anxiety. They will go out with their friends once they overcome anxiety. They will dress up again once they overcome anxiety. They will go to the hairdresser once they overcome anxiety. They will go to the nature once they overcome anxiety. And the list goes on. However, this type of thinking is completely wrong. It is like telling the fireplace to turn on the fire first and then you will put in the wood. No, you have to put in the wood first, then it can be lit on fire. The same applies for anxiety. You have to do certain activities first in order to overcome anxiety. Of course, it will be challenging to continue your activities with anxiety. It won't be easy or feel the same. You should never avoid doing the things you like due to anxiety, because you would be declaring yourself a loser in this battle without even starting it. Don't let the anxiety grow stronger. Give it a try and you will soon be able to see that you can overcome anxiety. These were the 3 errors that we wanted to share with you. When you decide to overcome your anxiety, be sure to avoid these 3 basic and common mistakes. If you like my video and if you would like to receive more valuable content with tips every week, make sure to subscribe to my channel so you won't miss my next video. Also, we would like to know more about you. What are your biggest challenges with anxiety? What part of your life are they affecting the most? Let us know in the comments below. We want to hear from you. If you enjoyed finding out about these 3 mistakes that are holding you back from overcoming anxiety, we are sure you would really like also revealing about our video on anxiety in children, 4 steps you can take to ease their fears and anxiety. So make sure to check it out. Thank you very much for watching, and remember, you can live without anxiety.